What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Purple Parlor, episode 35. It's your boy SK. I'm here with Rap. No realistic Randy today, but we're gonna kick things off. We're gonna get things going right after this.
Go. I say the same. I say the same. Alright.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Again, this is Purple Parlor, episode 35. It is your boy SK here with Rap. No realistic Randy today. He's got some storms or something going on where he's at, and the Wi-Fi is on and off. So we're going to hold it down for the night. Hey, it's been a while, Rap. How we feeling, man?
Man, we feeling good, man. I can't wait until the season. I know we were just talking about how close we're getting. Like literally after we get through this week, next week, which next week, there's some excitement too for the video gamers out there. You know what I'm saying? We got the new college football game that's coming out next week. So shit, that'll get you through the following week. Cause then, Vikings report to camp, man. It's back to football, man. I can't wait.
Go in the Super Bowl with the Vikings and Madden.
Yeah, well, Madden doesn't come out until August sometime. We'll be knee deep then, you know what I mean? Like we talking training, we talking preseason game at that point. But no, man, I'm just ready for camp to start though. Like I'm ready for it to start. I'm ready for players to start reporting to where they get there and there's no leaving. Like it's straight football for the next however many months, man. I'm excited.
Yep, and just a bit of news. I'm sure you touched on it on your page, but Jalen Ramsey ends up being traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers for Minka Fitzpatrick. So I know some Vikings fans were kind of hoping for a trade for Jalen Ramsey. That's not going to happen. Who was the other corner that people were wanting us to trade for? Not Sauce. There was another one.
No, there's well, I know Asante Samuels was one.
Oh yeah, he's a free agent though, who's still not signed yet. Still out there.
Yeah, he's a free agent. He's somebody. But now a lot of the steam is I see the Greg Newsome, man, from Cleveland, which I don't know how much smoke is actually there, but I will say this. Shit, if it come true, because they're trying to trade too. Like the Browns are kind of like, I guess they're trying to move it. They got to clear up money and stuff, man. They got a lot of bread on the books, so they got to get rid of some of these players, and he's one of them. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Vikings can get him, sign me the hell up, man. Listen, he's still young. He's a dog. Hey, look here, I'll take him. Him and Byron Murphy will be able to play for the next 3-4 years at a high level. I'm liking it.
You cutting out on me, Rap?
Nah, can you see? I can hear you. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me?
I can see you. You're froze on my end.
Oh, you were froze on my end. Can you hear me though? Hold on real quick, y'all. Yo, am I frozen? Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, you're good now.
Oh, okay. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was weird, man. Sorry for the technical difficulties, you guys. We apologize.
Yeah, it's not, man. Football season ain't here, man. So
we're still in mini camp,
in training camp.
Yeah, we're in mini camp, off season workouts right now.
For sure, man. Shout out everybody in the chat, though, man. Let's give the chat a shout out, man. Shout out, Mr. I Want to Mock in the building, man. Appreciate you tapping in. We got Dave fade you up, man. Bob will fade you up in the building, man. Let's go, man. We got Adam, man. What's good, Adam? Shout out my guy, man. Let's go. Blood Eagle, Smeagol, Chevy was good. Delton was good with you, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Make sure you hit the like button, man. We appreciate y'all for sure.
Yes, sir. So I think a big topic, obviously, this offseason is JJ McCarthy and expectations for, which is ultimately his rookie year. I don't know if we want to count that first year not taking a snap under center in a regular season game because of that injury. I don't know if you want to count that as a rookie season, but this seems more like his rookie year. What are the expectations going into this year? I think we all have pretty high expectations, but I think we all need to be realistic. There is going to be some speed bumps. Again, he's still a rookie quarterback in my eyes. But just comparing to what we had at the quarterback position last year in Sam Darnold, stats wise, and how can JJ McCarthy kind of match up or line up with that? So Sam Darnold last year threw for 4,319 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, a quarterback rating of 102.5, and a completion percentage of 66.2, all career highs for Sam Darnold. Where do you see JJ McCarthy kind of fitting into that, or how close to that stat line do you think he can get?
I mean, I think he's actually going to be a little bit under that stat line. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit though. Like it's going to be, it'll be pretty similar in my opinion, but maybe a little bit under as far as the numbers go. But I think that's considered successful. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, if you're thinking about a rookie quarterback having that type of stat line, because like you said, he is technically going to be a rookie. I mean, he didn't really play. It would be different. Like I think we wouldn't be able to like call him a rookie if he didn't get hurt and had to sit out the whole year without being able to practice and shit. But I think because of that dynamic, it makes the conversation where a lot of Vikings fans, including myself, are saying like, yeah, this is like a rookie year. You know what I mean? This is rookie year right now. So I can, but I still see him being successful, man. There's a lot of things to like. There's a lot of things that fit the mold with JJ McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell just teaming up and being a duo out there and running the offense. There's a lot of help that JJ McCarthy has with the offensive line and even the defense. We got to remember the defense also helps quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So like, because they can cause turnovers. What does that mean? That means shorter fields. Like, listen, man, I see this being really, like, I know most Vikings fans are excited, like I am and like you are, but you do have your crowd that may feel like, hey, this isn't going to be good. We're going to need a couple years, bro. I think we're going to be smooth sailing. I know you said there may be a couple bumps, but not huge ones. I'm going to tell you right now. I think Boy ready to go. I think the coaching and everything's going to play a super huge part in his success. So I expect to just cruise through the season, man. Obviously, we're going to take some L's because it's the NFL, but I think we're going to be a playoff team as a fact, man, with JJ.
Yeah, no, and the biggest thing to me, and you said it, is the coaching. This is, and we bragged about this for the past year and a half or so. This is the best setup for a rookie quarterback to come into. And a lot of people were pointing towards the weapons and just, you got everything you could possibly have here. But the biggest thing is the coaching. Kevin O'Connell is if not the best quarterback coach in the entire league, in my opinion. And it shows. You've seen guys come in like Josh Dobbs come in for 2 games and just kind of play out of his mind. And eventually he came back down to earth. But you have a guy like Sam Darnold comes in, has career stats all along his stat line, career highs. So you see guys come in here and be successful. Nick Mullins, we talked about Nick Mullins a lot, especially me. I'm a fan. He just turned the ball over too much, but the guy was throwing for 400 yards a game. So all these have one common denominator, and that's Kevin O'Connell. So JJ McCarthy coming in and having that, obviously having the weapons he has and the money that we put into the offensive line, which I think before this offseason, we were like in the 20s with how much money we spent along the offensive line. Now we're in like the top 7 or something like that. So
Yeah.
we're putting money into this offensive line to protect this young quarterback, and he has weapons all over the field. So the biggest thing is coaching Kevin O'Connell. But like I said, comparing to Darnold's stats from last season, which going into week 15, 16, we're talking about Sam Darnold as possibly being an MVP candidate. And obviously that went out the window with the last couple games.
Yeah.
But looking at JJ McCarthy's numbers for Vegas, he's over under 24.5 touchdowns and over under 3,650.5 yards. So 3,650, you got him over or under that for passing yards?
Darnold had 4,000, right? Darnold had like
Darnold had 43.
43. Yeah, I got him
43.
over. I got him over 3650. They had
You got him over
3650.
36.50.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I got him around like 38. 30. I'll say 3850. I'll be more closer to that.
I think I got him lower, and it's not
Ooh, then 36.
necessarily a I don't think it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think we're
Right.
gonna dedicate running the ball. Like, we're gonna
No.
take our shots downfield. There's gonna be games where we're gonna have to sling the ball around. But I think we really put an emphasis on we're gonna be bullies along the
Mhm.
offensive line, and we're
Mhm.
gonna run the ball down your throat. And if you can't stop the run, then we're just going to keep running the ball down your throat. So, I mean, the money we put into the offensive line, we went out there and we traded for Jordan Mason. We didn't give up, crazy draft capital for him. But you went out there and you pinpointed a guy that you wanted on your team to kind of work with Aaron Jones and be that 1-2 punch, which I think that's a great 1-2 punch right there. Keep Aaron Jones fresh throughout the season. We know Jordan Mason can carry a full workload when it comes to running the ball. We've seen him with the 49ers. So I love that move. But I just think we're going to be running the ball a whole lot more than what people think we are.
Mhm.
And it's not going to look like Michigan, but it's going to kind of look like Michigan, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I don't think we running the ball like, I mean, me and you, we see different on that only because I just don't think Kevin O'Connell got it in him, bro. I think he'll let JJ go out on his shield slinging that rock. Now, I think we're gonna be better at running the football than we've been. I'll agree with
Mhm.
that. Like, I think we'll be better, like more productive. But I don't think it's gonna. I just don't see us being a run heavy football team. Only because, like, first of all, again, I go back to the way you invest it. You invest it solely based off of you first of all, you paid a wide receiver $40 million. Now, if
Mhm.
you went into this thinking like, all right, well, we just about to change the identity of this football team and turn it to a running team, you shouldn't have did that. As good as Justin Jefferson is, you just shouldn't have did that. And on top of that, man, the offensive line, what really like lit the fire under them wasn't that we couldn't run the ball on like the Rams and stuff like that. I think it was we couldn't Sam Darnold didn't have time to throw the ball. I think that's what, you know what I mean, really
Yeah.
sparked the fire of, man, we need to bolster up this offensive line, bro. I'm sick of what's your boy name from the Rams that the Florida State, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Florida
Jared
State.
Verse.
I'm sick of this motherfucker. I'm sick of the middle of the line getting just demolished and Sam Darnold having to run for his life and shit like that. And at the same time, adding those players is going to help your running game. I think we're going to be 60-40 pass run, kind of like how we've been, but I do think we'll be better at running the football just based off of the upgrades we made. That's my opinion.
Well, you gotta be, especially inside the red zone. You gotta be able to run the ball. But here's where I think the difference is. I don't think he's gonna put up the pass numbers that Darnold did last year. I think
Yeah.
people overlook how good Darnold really was the
No, he
majority
was
of the
good.
season last year. Like,
Yeah.
those numbers are crazy MVP borderline numbers. Josh
No,
Allen is
fact.
just playing out of this world, and obviously you have Mahomes and all those guys that are always going to get more votes. But those are close to MVP numbers. Like, those aren't just normal, like, oh, this is what we're going to get from a quarterback every single season. So don't expect JJ McCarthy to come in here and throw for 4,500 yards and 40
Mm-mm,
touchdowns. And
mm-mm.
that's not his game. He's extremely efficient. He can give you those 300-yard plus games. He's capable of doing that, but he's
Yeah.
much better when he has a run game. He's efficient. He's off that play action, which
Yeah.
most quarterbacks are. So
Right.
don't expect a 4,500 yard, 40 touchdown, first year out of JJ McCarthy.
Nah, not first year.
If he does, great, amazing. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Yeah,
But
no, that'd be crazy. But not the first year.
don't
Another
expect that.
another thing too, though, like when you just think of the whole situation, like just like with not saying that people ain't using common sense, but I'm just saying, like, if you think about the common sense part of it, like, why would people think that Kevin O'Connell as we all know, he's a passing type coach, right? Why
Yeah.
would he go draft JJ McCarthy that supposedly, quote unquote, is known for handing the football? You know, you got people,
Mhm.
oh, all he does is hand the ball. Why? Why, like, I mean, just use your brain, man. Why do you think he would do that and then say we're not throwing the rock? You crazy, man.
Yeah.
Listen, Kevin O'Connell drafted JJ McCarthy for one reason and one reason only. Like SK stated, he's efficient, but he knows he can make the throws. That's the
Yep.
thing. When they see JJ McCarthy, they look at him and say, "We know he can do everything that I'm looking for. We may not need him to do it, but at the end of the day, we know he's capable of it. And if we just develop him, man, he can be a savage in the pass game. Like, man, JJ McCarthy, I mean, you got to remember in high school and stuff, man, he was known as a thrower of the football. Like in high school, bro, he broke records for throwing the football. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like 4,000 yards at IMG and shit. Like, yo, dog's a beast, man. For
Well,
real.
with him not, in my opinion, not having the numbers that Darnold had this past season, he's not going to get that in his rookie year or his
Yeah, I
sophomore
agree,
year,
though.
whatever you
Yeah,
want
I
to
agree.
call it.
I agree.
But where the difference is going to be, and I'm a firm believer in JJ McCarthy, and Rap is too, and it may, you can call me biased all you want because we're Michigan fans as well. And I've said this time and time again, he has that it factor, but he has that pocket presence that a lot of quarterbacks don't have. Darnold, majority of the year last year, had it, and then it just disappeared the last couple games. I don't know what happened to it.
The pressure got
But
too
JJ
big.
McCarthy has very good pocket awareness. Kirk Cousins didn't have that pocket awareness, and he didn't have the mobility to move around. JJ McCarthy has that. So I think even though Sam Darnold did have a couple games where he was running the ball and he put up some good rush numbers, I think there was one or two games where he actually led the team in rushing. You're going to get that a lot more out of JJ McCarthy. And it's not going to be a forced run or a design run. It's going to be a pass play, nothing's there. Ooh, I can go and get 10, 15 yards on this play. Ooh, there's another play later on in that drive. I can get 5 yards here. There's nobody open. He's going to do that. He's going to make the right play. So you're going to get a little bit more out of the run game from JJ McCarthy because he can do those bootlegs. He can do those read options when you want to throw that in there once or twice.
He can run the RPO too. Don't sleep.
Yeah, he can run that run pass option. So that's gonna be in the playbook, and you're going to get some plays where it almost looks like a design run for JJ McCarthy, but it's not. And that's gonna be the difference between him and Sam Darnold. And obviously, I think the leadership factor comes into play. That it factor just comes into play, and him just ultimately just being a winner overall is going to come into play. So, I mean, if we're comparing, and Delton put this up in the chat, if you were to guess who will have the better stat line next season, Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy?
Oh, I'm going JJ McCarthy when it comes to that. Like if we talking next seat with Sam Darnold playing on the Seattle Seahawks, yeah, I'm going JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, no receivers too. I think.
Yeah, no, Sam Darnold's about to go right back to being Sam Darnold, and again, it's just going to prove all the doubters wrong that they thinking too much about the name and not thinking about the system. Like that's the issue. Like that is the issue that we have with certain fans is they're thinking about the name and not the system, man. Like, listen, you're going to learn really quick that it's the system that is breeding the success of these quarterbacks that are coming to Minnesota. I mean, the evidence already there. I don't know how many more quarterbacks we got to see do it before we finally believe it, but I'm going to tell you, I'm already believing it. I'm already on board. So that's why I don't see anything different with JJ McCarthy. Like, that's why I have so much confidence and he's going to come in and be successful because we've already seen it happen with Sam Darnold, bro.
Yeah.
Like Sam Darnold was straight booty cheeks before he got to Minnesota, bro. There was no hope there. Let's be serious. Other than, he threw the ball good in college and he has a strong arm. And that's it. The same stuff we talking about with JJ McCarthy is the same conversations you could have about Sam Darnold coming to the Minnesota Vikings last season.
Yeah. And And
I mean,
here's where things are a little different for JJ McCarthy compared to other guys that he was drafted with or other rookie quarterbacks or young quarterbacks coming into the league is he's coming into a situation to where we're going to find out if what he's really made of. He has
mhm.
everything he needs to be successful. Kevin O'Connell is going to put him in the best possible situation. Now we're going to see, is JJ McCarthy really that guy and can translate it into the NFL? Or was he, a benefit of his team in the 2024 Michigan team?
Yeah.
We'll find out. I'm very confident in him. I think he can do it. I know Rap is, but it's
Mhm.
going to be very entertaining to watch. I think we're going to be a fun team to watch, just like we were last year. And I think JJ McCarthy, I think he will have better stats. I think Sam Darnold will definitely throw more interceptions
Oh, facts.
than JJ McCarthy.
He
I think he's
definitely
just
doing that.
they're gonna be slinging the ball around so
Yeah,
much
facts.
over in Seattle, and not to very many good receivers either. Oh
Yeah.
well, excuse me, they got Cooper Cup. Let
They
me
do
stop.
got Cooper Cup and they got Jackson.
And they got so
They got
they
they
got
got
some
yeah.
guys. Let me stop. Let me
And
stop. They
he was a
definitely got
dog
some
last
guys.
year too. So yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Sam Darnold's yards are a whole lot more or touchdowns are a whole lot more, but I don't think that necessarily means that he had a better season than what McCarthy may be able to have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. Do we play Seattle this year? We
Yeah, we
do,
play
right?
Seattle. Yep.
Yeah, we
Yep.
play Seattle this year. So we'll see the head to head. We'll see the head to head. And we'll definitely be watching. But moving on to our next topic here, and obviously we touched on it just real briefly at the beginning of the show. Jalen Ramsey being traded to the Steelers, one of the kind of Vikings offseason hopefuls for a lot of fans. He's off the table.
Yeah.
And obviously there may be some other positions of need that we want, maybe at tight end or maybe cornerback is obviously the big one, or linebacker, or another piece along the defensive line.
Mhm.
The Vikings usually make some type of move. Doesn't necessarily have to be a huge move. Sometimes it's a really small move, like a Shaq Griffin last year, or a
Yeah.
Stephon Gilmore, which is kind of a splash, but it's still kind of low key and undercover.
Mhm.
What's one move the Vikings need to make before week 1?
Cornerback. I think we need to add another cornerback. You know what I'm saying? I'm liking the talk, like I said earlier, man. I'm liking the talk of the Greg Newsome, man. You know what I mean? Give me bro. Like for real. Now that give me him. Give me him if you're talking about like future, like young, he's super talented. He's had some production out on the field. So you kind of know what you're getting. Like even though he's young, you know what you're getting. That's why I like guys like Jalen Ramsey and shit. Because like you say, people that say, well, he's old and washed. Listen, bruh, when we went and got, you ain't gonna tell me that, because when we went and got goddamn Patrick, all right, from Arizona, he was old too. And then he wound up being the best cornerback on our team for that whole year. That
Pro
whole
Bowler,
year
I
was
think.
the best
I
one.
think it's Pro Bowler,
As an
yeah.
old man, you feel me? Having to stretch his hamstring after every series out there. You feel me? Like, it don't matter, bro. Like certain players, if they can play football, they can just play football. Now, it's just like Harrison Smith. I mean, Harrison Smith up there, but shit, he's the boy's still balling. Like we want to. It's
Yeah.
time to go. It's time to go, but still, because we do want to get some young talent in there. But I say that to say, man, Greg Newsome is a guy that we can have around for a while. So if we make a trade for him, he can be like a cornerstone piece, man, because he's a super good, talented cornerback, man, that can be around for a minute. So I like that. And then if not that, man, I'm going Jack Jones. I don't really want to go after Asante. The injury thing already out, his neck, his back. I'm just like, you know what, man? Like, even though that's more of Kwesi's swagger, I think he should stay away from that, man. Like, let's not even mess with that. Let's get a player that's 100% healthy for sure. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be better.
Yeah, so
So
you're
those are my two guys.
saying a cornerback 100%.
Yeah, cornerback 100% though, man. I think that's our weakest. I think honestly, I believe that's our weakest, spot on the field, to be real with you. Although we have
Yeah,
Byron Murphy and Isaiah Rodgers. Again, Isaiah Rodgers is unproven, right?
yeah.
Like he's a name, but he was a third string on the Eagles. He didn't even play like that, and he lost his job to a rookie. So like that to me, it's still like, bro, I got to see what bro can do. You know what I mean? Like I can't just sit
Yeah.
here and hype bro up. He lost his job. And then when he got drafted to the Colts, I mean, they got rid of him because he wasn't producing. So like
Mhm.
his track record just isn't, you know what I mean? Like it's like he's a guy that's getting back, kind of like the Jeff Okuda. Like I want to see Jeff Okuda do good, but the reality is the reality, man. You know, you ain't producing, bro.
Yeah, and I wanted us to bring Shaq Griffin back because I think he had a really
Yeah.
good year. He's a veteran corner. I just felt like that was the right move, and he ended up going to Seattle. I'm not sure how much he signed for, but
Yeah.
I agree with the cornerback position. I think it's got to be the cornerback position, but I think it's more so because you need that veteran leadership in that room. I don't think you necessarily need to go out there and make some big splash trade for a Sauce Gardner, which I mean that would be amazing. That'd be awesome, but that's just
Yeah.
not realistic to me.
Yeah.
But go out there, get a veteran cornerback that is a borderline starter. You're not spending a bunch of money on, and having I honestly I wouldn't mind having Stephon Gilmore back. He's familiar with the system.
Yeah. He's
It,
available.
I mean, he played really solid last year, and the guys know him. I feel like that would be a good pickup, and I'd feel comfortable with that cornerback group, especially with Mekhi Blackman coming back off an injury. But you have to sign somebody at the cornerback position.
Mhm.
Again, you got Stephon Gilmore out there. James Bradbury, I believe, is still a free agent. Kendall Fuller, Rasul Douglas, which he
Mhm.
might have signed somewhere. I don't know if I missed that or not.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Um,
Rasul might have signed somewhere, but I seen that name too. You know, like
yeah,
I think to
and
be honest with you, I think the Vikings should make a trade, man. Like make a
make a trade.
trade, somebody who, yeah, like make a trade, be intentional and make a trade. Don't just take what's available. Like really like
Yeah,
go locate a guy. That's why I like the Greg Newsom one the best.
yeah, Newsom. I could, but Newsom's been kind of mock traded to us for
A
I
long
think the
time.
past
Yeah.
3 seasons or something like that. It's
Yeah.
just one of those things that's never gonna happen. I feel like.
Yeah.
But we need to do something. We need to address the cornerback position with a veteran corner. I
Mhm.
don't think a young corner is going to provide as much value as what a veteran corner would actually do. So, I mean, we'll see. We're coming up close. We're 2 months away, little over 2 months away,
Mhm.
before week one. So about a month before preseason comes up. So we shall see. Next topic coming up. What is, and this is a touchy subject right here for me. I didn't want to word it this way, but what is the Vikings Achilles heel for the 2025 season? I'm a Pacer fan if you guys didn't know already. So
Damn. No pun
Achilles
intended.
heel, it's a touchy
No pun
subject
intended.
for me right now, man.
Uh So I think the Achilles heel for me is going to be. I think I touched on this maybe when I talked to Randy on the show, or maybe it was just one of my lives. Was I think it's the defensive scheme, man. Like I'm gonna say this, like there's a way to really, I mean, dominate this defensive scheme that Brian Flores runs. But I think I said this before, but it takes a certain type of personnel and a certain type of coach to do it. So we have a mix now of teams that we're playing this year that we didn't play last year. So there may be a couple other teams and coaches that I'm saying that may be able to expose it if they go back and watch the film of the Rams playing us last year, or if they go back and watch the film of the Detroit Lions playing us last year, right? Like there's a way to really like the way Brian Flores likes to bring up the safeties, bring Harrison Smith all the way up to the line and then drop them back like they're, eventually it was exotic for the first 2 years, right?
Yeah.
It's about, is it still going to be exotic in the third, right? I guess that's my biggest concern and could be our Achilles heel would be can teams catch on to what's really going on? You know what I mean? How much can you switch it up, Brian Flores, so that it doesn't look the same as it looked the past 2 years, so that you're still confusing quarterbacks and shit like that. But
Yeah.
I will say this too, real quick, SK, like one thing that's gonna also help us in that case though now is right as far as on paper, it looks like we'll be able to get pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
So that's gonna play a big part. That's gonna take a lot of pressure off of our corners. is because we
Well,
actually
yeah,
got two guys that can get to the quarterback up the middle.
yeah, and that's where I can kind of counter your point there with the scheme is this is going to be the first year for this Brian Flores led defense where he has a legitimate interior defensive line that can
Yeah,
actually get pressure on the quarterback and you can run stunts and do all this
yeah,
fun stuff you want to do as a defensive coordinator. So I
right.
think it doesn't depend on the scheme. I think it depends on the health of the interior defensive line. Hargrave banged up last year. I think he missed the majority of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Allen also missed the majority of last season with the injury. I think it's a pectoral muscle or something like that. So these are two guys that are coming off of injuries, and we know that Kwesi loves kind of betting on guys that may have been injured earlier in their career or had something going on and brought them in, and then they obviously performed. Van Ginkel,
Yeah,
Grenard, guys that were kind of flying under the radar a little bit. So I think it depends on the health of those two guys. If they can stay healthy,
yeah.
this defense is going to be dangerous because one
Mhm.
thing that'll help you hide a weak secondary or a weak cornerback room is pressure along the front and you being able to stop the run. So if
Yeah,
we're able to stop the run and get that pass rush on the interior defensive line, then that those corners can play back a little more. They can break on balls. They can take a whole lot more risks
mhm.
knowing that they have the defensive line that we have now. And
Yeah,
I think it all comes down to the production and the growth of Dallas Turner. I think he's a big key factor, not only on the defense, but for this team to where, okay, when Grenard needs to sit, when Van Ginkel needs to sit, you're the guy. You got to
mhm.
come in and you got to produce. Now, last year, he didn't get a huge workload to where he can really produce. Half the time he was on the field, he was really productive. The other half, he was kind of
Just
just
there,
out there,
just the
kind of
guy.
figuring it out, which you can attribute that to being a rookie and it was his rookie year. And we're going to let that slide. But this year, we need to see some growth to where you're a consistent performer and you
Yeah,
consistently bring value to this defense. So I think it's Dallas Turner and I think it's this interior defensive line that is going to either make or break the Minnesota Vikings. A lot of people are going to say the quarterback position and JJ McCarthy because every other position is great for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not as worried about the
nah,
quarterback
I think
position.
that only people that are saying that is like a couple main medias and Purple Papa, really. Like those are only really them the only like people that I know are saying things like that. Like there's like obviously, the goddamn Colin Cowherds and shit of the world.
Yeah.
Only because he mad we got rid of Sam Darnold. That's his sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Now his take about to be wrong. You know what I mean? So but other than that, I feel like a lot of fans are excited about not even worried about the quarterback position, bro. Like we feel comfortable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, yeah, we feel comfortable, man. But you're right though. I mean, you do see that floating around. Oh, it's
Yeah.
because he hasn't played yet and shit like that. It's like, bro, no rookies played yet. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
But the
That ain't
thing that
mean
makes us comfortable with that, and again, we're JJ McCarthy guys, we're
mhm.
Michigan guys. That's not what makes me comfortable about this. Kevin O'Connell is the person that makes
And
me
Josh
comfortable,
McCown. Let's give
and
Josh
Josh
McCown his flowers.
McCown, and we gotta give Wes Phillips some love too as well, as much as
Yeah,
we don't bash on Wes Phillips, but he's kinda always left out of the talk. He's never really given credit.
yeah,
So, we gotta give Wes some credit as well.
yeah,
But those guys are what make me comfortable about the quarterback position.
yeah.
We know JJ McCarthy is going to have his ups and downs as a rookie quarterback. There's going to be bad games. There's going to be really good games. There's going to be bad throws. There's going to be really great throws. That's just the ups and downs of having a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Not every guy is going to go out there and perform like Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels had an outrageous year this year. I think he
Mhm.
has a sophomore slump this upcoming year. It happens to every quarterback. They don't bounce back with a better season. They always take a little bit of a step back.
Mhm.
So I think JJ McCarthy's fine. He's got everything he needs. I'm not worried about the cornerback position. The
Mhm.
trenches is what I'm worried about. Not that I'm worried about Will Fries and guys along the offensive line or Jonathan Allen or Hargrave. I'm not worried about them. It's the health. If they're out there, we're good. I think we're
Yeah.
completely fine.
Yeah.
It's health-wise.
Can you
Can
be
those
healthy?
guys stay on the field?
Yeah. Yeah, can you be healthy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like too with real quick going back to, Josh McCown. I want to give him his flowers because you do have a lot of talk where people they want to, hey, we need a veteran presence. And you got to remember Josh McCown is that. You know what I'm saying? And he's the he's the actual coach. That's what coaches are for. Like we gotta I'm leaning off of the thinking that you always gotta have a player there to teach your quarterback. Like the coach is supposed to develop your quarterback. That's the whole point of paying coaches big bucks. Like if you got a coach that's getting the big bucks like Josh McCown, but then you want to bring in quote unquote an Aaron Rodgers because you want him to groom your why is Josh McCown here then? Like why are you paying? Like what is the point? You know what I'm saying? Like Josh McCown is doing his job that he's getting paid the big bucks for. And he is a former quarterback and he understands the game. And his track record's really good because it seems like whatever roster he's on, like behind the scenes, it seems like he's being able to develop these quarterbacks, and now him and Kevin O'Connell together, man, I can't wait, bro. Like it's going down. I'm telling you.
If McCarthy has a decent year this year, McCown's gone.
Oh yeah, he's getting a head coach.
He's a head coach somewhere in the league. Now, the only thing that's going to stop that is if we just have a disastrous season to where it's just, oh my God, McCarthy is terrible. I don't think that happens. So
our roster's too good.
This is probably the last season we will have Josh McCown as quarterbacks coach. He's going to be a head coach somewhere. Brian Flores, I don't think anybody's going to give him a head coaching job because of the whole legal situation that we got going on. And everybody go ahead and throw your questions in the chat. We're going to get to those at the end of the show.
Q&A.
And we'll kind of go over those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead and throw them in there. But I think, McCown's gone. Flores, I don't think he's going to get a head coaching job because of the legal ramifications that come into that. So just keep paying him as one of the top coordinators in the league and keep Brian Flores around as long as you possibly can.
Yeah, no, I think next year is going to be a little stickier though for Brian Flores because and the only reason why I say that is because he's come out even last offseason came out and expressed that he wants to be a head coach. Like he really wants to be. Like that's his thing. He wants to be a head coach of a football team again. So it's like, yes, is he content with staying with the Vikings and does he love Minnesota and all that? Absolutely. But he said out of his own mouth when he went on a podcast with Ian Rappaport and said, man, look here, man. If I get the opportunity to be a head coach, I'm taking it. So that's just point blank, period. So like if somebody offers him, bro, like really wants to hire, he's gone. Like I don't even think it matters what team it is, to be honest with you.
I think that does matter. And I think that's because he's had a head coaching job before with Miami, and he knows how quick your job can be as a head coach because they will get you out of there real
But he
quick.
could always get a defensive coordinator job, though, even if he fails. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I think I would think.
You want to be in the right situations from past experiences.
Right.
So if a team like, I don't know, what team is just the Browns.
Let's just say
the
Browns or the Panthers or some shit. Yeah.
The Raiders are kind of prestigious. They kind of have that history behind them. So I think that might be a spot where it's okay. This fits my attitude. This one thing that I was worried about, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl and the Eagles is Sirianni, I felt was going to get fired eventually. And Brian Flores would have been perfect for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I would have hated every bit of that. Yeah. But luckily that didn't happen. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think Flores will be here for at least a couple more years.
Let's just enjoy it while we got it. You feel me?
Enjoy it while we got
have Ed Donatello
for sure. But let's get to some of these questions. So feel free to keep putting them in there. I got some kind of pin that I'm gonna bring up. I got some predictions. Knowledge says I have McCarthy going for 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and 63% completion.
That's about where I'm at. That's about where I'm at too, Knowledge. So good take on that. Like
I could see that.
About 38, 50, 39. Yeah, between 38, 39 for sure. I like that.
That's the efficiency we're talking about with McCarthy. Just pure efficient.
Pure
Bob Sweet
efficiency.
with his own prediction, 4,300 yards, 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. So
He got him going crazy.
that's a Sam Darnold stat line right
Yeah, he got
there.
him going stupid.
Sam Darnold was 4,300, 35 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. So
Yeah,
that's a Sam Darnold year for you right there. So
yeah.
no setbacks there. We kind of already went over this. Will he have better numbers than Darnold?
Mm-hmm.
We kind of said yes, but I wouldn't be surprised if Darnold has the better numbers. Purple Papa says, Purple Parlor, are we concerned about the first game on Monday Night Football for his first game? What do you think? I'll let you go, Rap.
Nah, I'm not concerned at all. First of all, it's the Bears. So you always gotta think about the opponent. And like it's the Bears. They have a young quarterback as well, on top of them having a new coach too. So like they have there's a lot of uncertainty there. Like, yes, Ben Johnson was good in Detroit being an offensive coordinator, but he has to build a relationship with also another young quarterback who, yeah, he looked decent, but like at the end of the day, they gotta figure it out. All right. They don't have when you're thinking about the weapons, name a weapon on their team. You know what I'm saying? Like, name a wide receiver other than Rome Odunze, who also is going on his second year and was mid. Like, straight up, we talking about a bunch of mid players, man. Who am I worried about? DJ Moore. I mean, that's about it. But he don't even like Caleb Williams like that, bro.
They dumped a lot of their money into the offensive line as well,
yeah,
which was smart.
Which was smart. It was smart. But like, I'm not about to sit here and think about it's Monday night and the lights are bright, man. I'm thinking more of it's a football game, the opponent we're playing. Now, if we were going into Monday night, Philadelphia, Baltimore,
yeah.
we having a different conversation, bro. We're going into Monday night into Chicago, bro. Like, it's not going to be that big of a deal, man. It's going to be a football game, man. We kicking their ass, man. We got a better offensive line. We got better defensive line. We got better receivers. The quarterback, in my opinion, is better. We going to see, but you know what I'm saying? I'm saying we got the better coach. We got a proven coach. Their coach, we don't even know if he can coach. Like, we don't even know. How we going to crown him? Papa over here crowning the Bears already, bro. Like, man, knock it off. Like,
yeah, and I think he was also kind of referring to McCarthy in his first
game. Only reason why I say that because we were texting earlier and he was crowning the Bears. The Midway Monsters. Let's see McCarthy against the Midway. I'm like, man, knock it
out
off.
of here. So I look at it this way, in knowing how JJ McCarthy is, and knowing that his defense is going to come with it. Obviously, our stars on the offensive side of the ball. Justin Jefferson. I think Aaron Jones is always great at the beginning of the year. Jordan Addison, it looks like he may be suspended, so he may not be out there. But you have a healthy TJ Hawkinson. You have an upgraded offensive line, but you have JJ McCarthy, who was out all last season. And just knowing the type of a guy he is, he's been chomping at the bit to get back on the field. He's been wanting to get back out there. He performs better under the big lights. It's Monday Night Football, hometown Chicago. I just think it's all kind of set up for JJ McCarthy to have kind of this coming out party in week 1 in his hometown, Monday Night Football. Everybody's going to be talking about Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson and how great this offense is going to look.
Yeah.
We got kind of an offensive mastermind over here too. We have the coach of the year over here too, guys. So,
and we have resistance in Brian Flores, which they're gonna fail to incorporate.
Exactly. So I'm not worried about it. I'm sure once we get closer to the game, nerves will kick in. It's the first game of the season. Yeah, I think that's normal. But I'm confident. I'm not worried about the Bears.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be shocked if they somehow beat us at home on Monday Night Football and I wouldn't be shocked. I'll be real with you. I won't be shocked. But I expect us to win that game.
Yeah, because you always say like in Soldier Field, and it's history tells us too that.
But I think we've won the last 4 or 5 at Soldier Field. If I'm not mistaken.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the Bears are now like the Lions, 5 years ago, where we just kicked their ass every single time. You know what I mean? Like, yes, now Can there be? Hey, we saw the Lions shift, and the whole shift was the last second. Cameron Dancer.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna hold it on my boy Cameron Dancer. You feel me? Relax.
Yeah.
You feel me? Relax. But Cameron Dancer allowing the goddamn touchdown. Because Mike Zimmer had the defenders playing back 5 yards in the end zone. You know what I mean? So half of that, I'm not even putting on Cameron Dantzler, but at the end of the day, that was like the whole shift. After that game, I feel like the Lions have been kicking our ass ever since, like for real. I ain't even gonna cap. I can't remember the last time we beat them after that, boy. That was the bad curse.
Yeah.
So, but like now the Bears are in that position, and we just have the better team, man. Like in reality, again, and they have a lot of uncertainty. So like, why would I fear that game? There's really no reason for as a Vikings fan, like in reality, when you just look at the history of the past 3-4 years, and then you look at the rosters going into 2025, us against them, there is no reason to fear that game. There really isn't. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but that is, it is what it is. For the ones who do fear, like Purple Papa, man, he fears the Bears, man, the Midwest monsters.
The Midwest monster. I'm trying to look at the odds right now for that game.
We definitely gotta be up.
I know this is.
Shout out everybody in the chat, man. I don't know what was happening earlier too, real quick. I don't know what was happening earlier. All y'all's names was like different in the chat. That shit was weird as hell.
Yeah. No, it was acting up, definitely.
Maybe it was something on YouTube was doing, yeah, but
so the game's a pick 'em pretty much, but they have the Bears as a 1-point favorite, so that's a pick 'em.
Okay, yeah, that's a pick 'em game.
It's a pick 'em.
And remember, guys that do gamble, everybody who knows in the building that gambles, that home team automatically gets 3. Yeah.
So it'll be fun. It'll be interesting.
It'll be a fun game.
I had another one start here. This one's for Rap. We're talking. Rap said our biggest need is cornerback. But he stopped talking about his dude, Jeff Okudah. Okuda's supposed to have a career year this year, Rap. How are we going to do that? Don't take that comment down. How is Okudah supposed to have a career year if we're going to go out and sign another corner? There's not going to be any playing time for him.
Well, this is my thing with Jeff Okudah, right? Like, so I look at it like this. You have you have Byron Murphy, all right? Let's just say we go and get, I don't know, let's just say Jack Jones, just for shits and giggles. We go and get Jack Jones. We got Byron Murphy, Jack Jones. Jeff Okudah can be in the nickel. Like, I like him in the nickel. But I also think that, I know we were talking about safety, which I like Justin Simmons. I got something coming out about that. I'm big on Justin Simmons. I think he would be a great, I think he would actually be a great veteran pickup just to have there. But, I like Theo Jackson. I don't want to take away from him. I think he earned it. But at the end of the day, man, like Jeff Okudah, I have high hopes for him only because like the potential's there, bro. Like regardless of what, but the potential's there, and I'm just banking on it. Every year I gotta pick a player that I'm riding with. I gotta see the prediction. I'm gonna stand on it. You know what I mean? Like, no, let's say, man, I'm gonna stand on business with him, man. You know what I mean? I got to. I done already started, and I'm gonna do it. And I don't feel any different. It's not like I feel different from last week to now, but I do think the cornerback room needs to be addressed only because, like, I fear injuries at the corner because I know one injury from a corner, like for example, if Byron Murphy, like, let's just say he pulls a hamstring, he got to be out 4 weeks, bro. That can make or break the season for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that could really make it because it's a passing league. So you want to make sure that you have the best players on your team. Be honest with you, need to be the motherfuckers stopping the guys from catching the ball. So that's why I'm never against getting another corner. Like I'm always about getting the corners. You feel me? Bring them in and let them battle. So but yeah, man, Jeff Okudah. I know you don't like Jeff Okudah. That's all right, bro. Like he gonna. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'd rather have Okudah than Dantzler. I'll tell you that.
Shout out my boy. Hey, you remember that pick? You saw that pick six? Saw that pick six?
one pick six. In the
UFL. You saw my boy, man. You saw my boy.
Rap loves his mid corners, man. You can't tell Rap nothing about his mid corners.
San Antonio Brahmas, boy. You saw them, man. Shit, man.
This man, I showed him the highlight. I said, Rap, your boy. I'm like, he's not gonna let this shit go for a while. He's
Hey,
gonna
I don't know
stay
why you
posting
did
this
that. You
one.
knew that was gonna add fuel to the fire. I don't know why you did
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure you would have came across it
I
eventually.
would have. I would have seen it eventually, and I would have tagged your ass too. I told you, bro.
Oh
You need to be a
man.
Viking. Nah, nah.
Yeah, I got out ahead of it. I got out
Yeah,
ahead of it
nah.
because I knew it was coming.
Shout out to the boy though, man. But nah, man. I'm excited about the cornerback rooms, man. I do like. I like where we're at right now in the corners. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I just think we should add one more player. But I wouldn't be against adding a safety in Simmons instead, like as a swap, like just a DB in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say we need veterans in the secondary because we have a Harrison Smith back there, and a Josh Metellus is a veteran now.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a guy that has a lot of information, a lot of experience. But in that cornerback room, we need a guy that's been there before. And I mean, Byron Murphy still seems young to me. I don't know why he doesn't give off
He's
that
kind of yeah, he is
veteran
kind of
vibe,
young,
but
man. He's a
I
vet,
feel
but he
like we
seems
need another guy in there.
yeah. Let me see. I forget how old Byron Murphy is. I
So
think Byron Murphy's only like
but before
27.
we kind of get out of here, obviously we remind you guys every time we're on. Skull Fest 2025 is coming. It's coming up quick, guys. It's coming up real
Yeah.
quick. September 13th at Crooked Pint Ale in downtown Minneapolis. So be sure to RSVP your tickets. You can find Skull Fest on Twitter/X. You just type in Skull Fest 2025. It's gonna pop right up. Or you can visit our official website, skullfestmn.com. And you can also reserve your spot online on the website as well. So be sure to do that. Seating is limited, so we are capping it this year, just like we do every year. I think we almost sold completely out. I think 300 was our cap last year, and we got to 297. So let's pack this place out. We're in a bigger location. We have a bigger stage. It's going to be fun. We're right there in downtown. So be sure to reserve your spot for Skullfest 2025. If you're trying to decide what game to go to this year, the home opener is the game to go to.
No, that's
Sunday night football. You can stay up all night Saturday night and drink with us all you want and sleep in Sunday and still make it to the tailgate and still make it to the game. So be sure to reserve your spot.
And it's the thing. If y'all do want to hit the town, man, me and SK, we the ones that do that. So we the ones y'all want to link with, man.
Buddy.
You know, find it. We hit the town. You feel me? Like for sure. We outside. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
You know that. So we'll keep you guys updated on we're working on some other things. But we'll see how those kind of pan out. But absolutely, Skullfest 2025 is happening. We locked it down. We're ready to go. So we got a lot more stuff going on this year, and we're still looking to add some more things as well. We also are looking for sponsors. So if you have a business, if you have anything going on that you want to promote, get in contact with Rap, get in contact with myself, and we can see if we can work something out. So we got a lot of eyes on us out there in Minneapolis. So
for sure.
We're looking for sponsors as well for that event. So get in contact with us if you guys are interested with that. But outside of that, anything you want to leave the people before we get out of here, Rap?
Man, real quick, man. Knowledge, man. We definitely in the city, bro. Every year we got the link, man. Pull up, man. Pop out, bro. Like
Pop
for
out,
real,
Knowledge.
you got to pop out, Knowledge. Like shit, we in there.
Crown
You
popped
know
out with
we
us
in there.
last night.
Yeah,
Last time.
You know we in the city, man. That's a fact, man. You think we coming there to sit up in the crib? Shit, no. We
Man.
outside, man. You tripping.
And Randy might be there this year too.
Randy might be there too, man. And love Minneapolis, man. Love that city, man. You know what I'm saying? That city show us love every time we go there for sure. No, facts, man. Like I always tell, real quick, man, I always tell SK and I tell the chat too, like, I feel like I can move there and it's like a second, like I wouldn't miss a beat other than it be cold as a motherfucker. You feel me? Like that's it. If it wasn't for the brutal winters, dog, like I wouldn't mind. Like
the winters haven't been that bad these past couple years, though.
Yeah, I don't know though, man. I'm
an
island boy.
Bad.
Yeah.
From what
I'm
I
an
heard,
island boy, man. You know what I mean? I like, I like my winters to be, I like my winters to be like, 55, 65. That's a cold day, right? That's a cold day around the neighborhood.
-2. Can't do the -2.
No, I can't do the -2, man. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all tonight. tapping in, showing love, being active in the chat, man. That's always you know, we always appreciate that, man, because that's how these things grow on YouTube. As y'all know, hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, you know, because at the end of the day, the replay still is up. Real quick to SK, man, before I know you got to go, because I seen Norris come in the building. We are doing, I actually have a special guest. I'm not going to tell you, you guys are going to see the thumbnail, but I do have a special guest coming on Thursday. You know, I moved the live this week on my channel from Friday to Thursday for obvious reasons, because it's 4th of July. But we are going to do one of the drawings this weekend for one of these. All right. So I'll probably do that on Saturday, but I say that on Thursday. I say about Thursday, man, because I'll be able to really, we'll get into that a little more. But the guest that I'm going to have on Thursday is super interesting. All right. He's super interesting. It's somebody that nobody really knows in our community, but the way he talks about our community is lit. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. So I'm gonna have him on, man. So I'm not gonna spoil it. Just make sure y'all tap in, man. Thursday, 8 o'clock, man. Make sure you're there, man, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Tap in with Rap over there on Vocal Vike. But if you don't already, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that like button here at Purple Parlor, hit that share button as well. Give us some love, man. I think we're at 750 followers, so we're on our way to 1,000. But we greatly appreciate the support, man. I don't even think it's been a year, right?
Nah, hell nah.
Yeah, it hasn't even been a year yet.
Because I don't think we were doing this during the season. Were we? Were we doing it during the season? Maybe we were. Because we were actually. Yeah, because we were talking shit. We were talking shit. That's right. TikTok was cranking. Yeah, for sure. TikTok was cranking. Yeah. So we're
coming up on our 1 year. We're coming up on our 1 year.
Yep.
So hopefully you can hit 1,000 before that 1 year anniversary kicks in. We're gonna find out what date the first episode was, and we're gonna celebrate. So
yeah, we'll celebrate.
But again,
our birthday.
Thank you guys for the support, man. Hit that subscribe button. We will be back. I think we start cranking out every week. What you think, Rap?
Yeah, definitely. Like, listen, man. We know. Like, I just want to make it. I'm aware. First of all, our birthday is July 31st. 2024. So July 31st, man, we celebrating a birthday. And I don't know if that obviously probably wasn't our first video, but that's our birthday, because that's when the channel was created. So we're gonna keep it at that. July 31st is our birthday. But I don't know if we want to crank out every week yet, right? Only because, you know, at the end of the day, man, we are aware that there's not a lot in the way our show over here is structured. You know, we like to do the segments. There's one thing when I go live on Vocal Vike, because I'm pulling up X and we surfing and talking shit. You know what I mean? That's one thing. But like over here, man, we like to have some structure, man. That's the whole that was the whole, you know, play. And we got to keep it that way. So we do want actual news coming out. So we'll see. Like right now, just stay tapped in. But y'all know for sure when the season, like when training camp, I'll say like mid-July, SK, we all the way in. You know what I mean? Like at that point, we kind of all the way in there. So, and that's only a couple weeks away. So technically that's only like 2 weeks away. So y'all might not see us next Monday, but then like the following Monday, from that point on, it could just be go time. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. So yeah, it's coming.
So yeah, we'll get it cranking soon. So you won't see us next Monday, but the following Monday we'll definitely be here, and then we'll see where we're at that point. But again, thank you guys for the support, man. We're gonna keep cranking them out. Randy's gonna be back when the weather's better over where he's at. So again, thank you guys very much. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. As always, it is your boy SK here with Rap. This is the Purple Parlor, episode 35. Peace out, everybody.
I say the same. I say the same. I say the same.